Alright, hello, hi, and welcome to a quick look at how Flight Sim works on my 8700K with a 2080 Ti. So I have had a brief little flight or takeoff around Dublin just to see what the improvement was like, and it seems pretty good. It seems a pretty good performance improvement. I'm very much looking forward to the DX12 updates in the future to see where things are taken from there. So, with that being said, let's get the show on, well, in the air, not on the road. So I've noticed now that the Xbox One controller default has changed, so I'm wondering if they've changed anything with my T-Flight. I've not checked yet. I'm just going to go and quickly make sure that my controller is actually showing up. Yes, it is. So hopefully that works fine. It's been a bit since I used my flight stick in Flight Sim, so let's see what I remember. Probably not much. I have been looking for one of the spotlight landing challenges, but I'm pretty sure that's all gone now, isn't it? There's the famous epic strong wind. What have we got here? We do have New York, JFK. I think I'm just going to go to New York in general and have a look and see how that works. Tell you what, the update took forever, especially doing the world updates out of the store. Like that was it was 600 meg off the Microsoft store. It was another 40 gigabytes up on launch in the game, and then another 23 gigabytes or thereabouts for all the world updates. So with all those decompressing of files and everything, even with now having this installed on an SSD, it was taking forever. Oh well, right. Do I jump into Dublin? Got ourselves a bit of weather moving through. Whenever I did Dublin about half an hour ago, it was pretty windy. Tell you what, to do the real test now, we'll go and see what it runs at around New York, where I was getting about 30 FPS before or thereabouts, I think. Logan there. Alright, let's head off from JFK, set as departure, and set New York for arrival, but we probably won't land it. Right. Yes, Remy, it does keep getting bigger, doesn't it? I did like a full reinstall a couple of weeks ago after getting my SSD to take it off my old mechanical drive, and boy, that was a fun download, especially with all the waiting for decompression to happen with the way things get installed with Flight Sim. Right.
Kennedy Tower Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha at runway 31 left ready for departure to the west. Dayer Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf.
Okay, small bit of performance stutters, but not too bad. Certainly a lot better than what I used to get around here, so even with this particular plane.
Cleared for takeoff runway 31 left Dayer Golf Sierra Alpha.
Hey, Keone. Well, I can say that the performance is certainly a good bit better. It's still looking quite low here in 4K. Like, what are my settings? Let me just go through my settings quickly. But I've got a big performance uplift trying to fly around Dublin, where I would usually get about 40 at my current 4K settings. Whereas now I'm getting like a full stable 60. General options, isn't it, for video stuff? Yeah. So like I'm using Digital Foundry's optimized settings that Alex Battaglia did, so that's what I've got going on there, unless anything reset with the most recent update. I'm not sure. Along with, what is my... yeah, render scale's down to 1727. But yeah, so that is what I'm running with. On a 2080 Ti. With an i7 8700 8K GPU running at, what is it, like 4.7 I think I have it running at. I mean, to get performance in the 40s here for what I was getting is good, because I know like it used to be really stuttery moving around, like it's 37, 38, 40, 47 when looking that way, about 30 when looking this way.
Clear dial is runway 31 left approach. Clear dial is runway 31 left approach, JetBlue 634. Dare Golf Sierra Alpha continue for west departure.
I've really forgotten all my buttons. What's the button now to change to outside view again? It's been so long now since I hopped into it. I've been basically waiting for this update to come out now just to get any performance increase whatsoever. To do keyboard. What have I got? Keyboard, camera. VR camera, custom. Camera mode switching. This is certainly looking much more like, what are we at now? Above 40 still, yeah, 45, 40, 46. So I was getting like around 30s here with like really bad stuttering in general at the current like resolution. Everything else kind of looks really good. It's looking really good. I will take performance in the 40s right now. I will like, still, like that's still like a what, like a 40% performance uplift or thereabout. I don't recall now the building pop-in being as severe, but could be because of the update, or maybe my memory is just a bit off for what it was, but it didn't seem to be as severe for pop-in in the distance, which would at least help a good bit with the performance. Still in the 40s or thereabouts. Getting like 50s around now as well. Like this is really good performance. Again, like I would struggle to get anything around 30 in this particular camera position on this plane. So I'll take it. 54, 47, looking this way.
JetBlue 63, 4 turn, next taxiway.
I had to press like 4 buttons to try to remember what my landing gear button was.
JetBlue 63, 4 turn, next taxiway.
Okay, I still haven't found it. Which button is the landing gear button? What should I pick? Did they change it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally. Okay, took me 7 buttons. 7 buttons. Okay, 49 FPS, 52, 54.
JetBlue 63, 4 exit runway when able. JetBlue 63, 4
Pretty much looking forward to some better looking water too. Again, this is the type of game that really shows off the limitations of screen space reflections and all that, even if probably will be still stuck with screen space reflections even at that sort of distance in the water, seeing as very few games have any water at a decent reflections going on. So 46 flying over here, 48. So hitting the mid 40s as a low right now is like really top. Giving a real test a second. Turn it down a second.
Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
Few FPS lower, maybe about 42, 44. So not too much lower. Not the best position overall for it, but like again, this is like so much better than what I was getting. I know a lot of people use like Paris and Tokyo and all that, and even some Vegas, but New York's be my personal go-to for it, just because I love the city so much. So that really is like a 50% performance boost, which is great. You know, like it's really welcome. It's I could probably change the resolution a bit if I wanted to get a smooth 60, but seeing as this flight sim, I don't really need it. So like to have this and have it running a good bit above 30, I'm pretty happy, pretty stoked. like, this is the sort of performance I was getting, like, flying around above rural Ireland before. Which felt like the dream for a city. So, seeing this actually hit a good mark is really impressive. So hopefully Sobo can eke out even more performance, especially whenever it comes to something like, you know, DX12 coming in at some point. I really can't wait to see like what performance comparisons are with how it runs on the Xbox Series X and what we can maybe expect coming forward on PC in the future as well. With the Xbox already using DX12, I do believe. So. Okay, high 30s around here, so it has dropped a bit, but again, like, it's still a good bit above what I was getting. I'm happy enough with that. Now, what I want to check out next for my own head is also a look at Dublin and try and clear up the weather, seeing as it is quite messy here today. Menu. Really impressed with that performance boost. They have done a good job. I'll be intrigued to go back to New York at some point and see if there is still that heavy building pop-in the distance, because that isn't the most fun thing. Bum. I mean, I won't be going anywhere, so let's just set it as a casement. Okay. Let's look at the live weather again and see if it's just as bad. I wonder if they've fixed the live weather as well, because I haven't. The last time I was playing, it was still the case of the live weather getting ruined unless you restarted the game in between flights, or what was it? You had to turn off the live weather in the flight before you quit out or finished it and went on to the next job. Hey Chris, 2080 Ti with paired with an i7 8700K. And got 16 gigabytes of running at 3000. So it's, you know, it's not the beefiest that you can expect, but yeah, I'm getting like a 50% performance lift at the moment, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, still getting 50s here at the moment. Which again, Dublin was always a bit of a hog for performance too. Like, well, around here I'd probably get. Is this almost like a double performance? Did I used to get 25 around here, especially in these sort of weather conditions? I'm trying to think back. I wish I'd actually played some yesterday to get a proper idea, but I'm pretty sure now that, like, in my old videos of doing some flights from around here, it was like really low until I got off the ground. So small bit of stutter, small bit. 47, 48.
Don't sing. Don't sing. Don't sing.
Delta Golf Sierra Alpha. Delta Golf Sierra Alpha, 010 miles northeast. Climb and maintain 2,300 feet. Expect vectors visual runway, delayed approach.
Man, I know. I was just lucky to get it installed when I did, but it still took like 4 hours and like. Like what did it end up being? Like 600 meg in the store, 40 meg in the game, and then like another 25 gig, not 40 meg in the games, 40 gig in the game, and then like another 25 gigabytes to download all the world updates that they did again for all 5 world updates. So it's been it took forever. Hopefully you can get sorted tomorrow then and get it on. Their servers seem to be getting absolutely hammered at the moment with the amount of people that want to play and get on in. Okay, so it drops to the 30s when looking out there to the east. But here it's about mid 40s again, so still mid 40s, which isn't bad for this weather. I just pause that for a second. Let's see what we get with some clean weather. We actually getting a smooth 60 now. Okay, so yeah, facing straight on, it does bump up to about 60. Oh, no, bumps up to an actual smooth 60 facing straight on. Turning left though, drops it right down to. Oh my god. Drops it right down to low 50s, high 40s. Still pretty good over what it was, but
Stall.
Dublin, I love you. I love you so much. Now dropping down, it is getting down to the 50s again. So it seems that's what I'm going to get now. Performance in general in any built-up areas around mid 40s to low 50s. Oh. Of course I crashed in. Right, no, that's enough for Dublin. I've got what I wanted out of it. So yeah. So I've gone from about low 30s at best to yeah mid 40s to low 50s for built-up areas, which is really good. Like I will absolutely take that performance gain. The chance of 60 maybe there in the future. Maybe I'll tweak down my resolution, upscale a bit. Like what did I say? I was running at like 1772 in the resolution slider. Let's have a look again. Let's run through the settings one more time, just in case anyone wants to have a look-see. Yeah, and it is supposed to be, unless anything changed in any of the updates, it's supposed to be just Digital Foundry's suggested things. So yeah, running at 1727 on the render scaling, 80%. And most things set to higher ultra, based on whatever Alex Battaglia said. Right. Said I might go over and oh, that was a nice bit of performance drop there, just spinning the globe fast. I wonder if we got over this way then. Anything interesting? Somehow have happened about my brother. Great, fantastic. That I've God, what of all places that he could be going to. Well, hopefully he's enjoying. Hopefully he's enjoying Flight Sim on his Series X. At least now I can talk to him about performance. I didn't know if he'd be interested in Flight Sim or not, but I guess he did end up going in to download it. Okay. Quick look at Tokyo then before I blow this joint, just see if there's any drop around there as well. I didn't think my brother would be bothered downloading this, but here we go then. He seems to be mad into it. I wonder how he's coping with it on his Xbox controller. He was able to get into the game anyway, so I guess he didn't have any issues with the lack of a cursor I've seen some people talk about on Reddit and elsewhere. Ooh, we've got a thunderstorm going on, huh? Thank you, Tokyo. Very nice. Really gonna help us put through the paces. Oh, bit of a stutter. So we are mid-30s, but not getting off the ground again. This is going up to about 40s. Oh, amazing.
Don't sing. Don't sing.
Yeah, mid-40s again. Oh, wow. Wow, what a shot. Oh, this looks amazing. I don't think I've actually flown through a proper thunderstorm in this game before, so this is very nice to see. I'm good, air traffic control. I'm good, thanks. 40s, some heavy stutters again. Few drops here and there to like high 30s, so Tokyo is certainly giving us more of a workout. Amazing visuals, looks so good. Back up to the high 40s though, it just seems to be mostly around water, as you'd expect, I guess. Shame the stutters are still about, but maybe, you know, that'll fix itself in at some point once that stuff gets cached and that. Hopefully. Kind of want to fly towards the storm now. Getting a lot of rain over here, so we'll head on over. Settling around 45 again. 43, 39, 40. So frame times are being a bit more unstable towards the taking us down to the high 30s, along with these judders that we weren't getting around New York or Dublin. Oh, massive hitch. Hello? Is the game dead? Still completely frozen. Well, I've got no idea if I'm still coming through or not, but if I am, it seems the game has completely... Oh, no, wait, we're back. Okay, that was the longest hitch in history. Wow. My computer's gonna burst into flames now with this storm we got going. Oh my god, look at that lightning. This looks so good. Almost worth that massive hitch. Almost. Let's see if we can actually fly over there before my computer does catch fire. I would have been really worried if I was still playing this last week during the heat wave, because I really do think that I might have needed a fire extinguisher or something. Oh, that's much more stable inside the plane now, which is an interesting change. So yeah, we're actually in the 50s now at this point. So it's nice to see in cockpit performance getting massively increased. I mean, I would normally just fly cockpit anyway. I just wanted to like really show off some surrounding areas and that. Bridge, look at the lighting, it's so beautiful. Definitely some of the best HDR experience I've had in gaming, PC, console, anything of that nature. Okay, mid-50s now that we're heading out of Tokyo. Looking back over to the right gives us mid-40s. Or to another part of Tokyo. I don't really know the Japanese map too well. My geography's not great about Japan, what can I say? They never really taught Japanese geography much in little old Ireland, and I never endeavoured to think. Just look how smooth this looks though compared to what it was. Like, while I've not played it recently, like, even just going back to any of my old videos of Flight Sim, like, nothing looked this smooth unless it was like over the barren wastelands. That lightning lighting up the mists and rain ahead. Somebody did a great job because their plane is completely unstable. 57, 58, like almost 60s here, near a built-up area inside a cockpit. Like, it is so smooth. I am really impressed right now. This is... I'm like my first flight last year that I'm thinking of was trying to do a Dublin to London flight, and I just remember the chugging until the until Dublin was just like a tiny little dot behind me in the horizon, and like going from 30s and even like turning around dropped me down into the 20s and all that. So to have something where the vast majority of the time is 45 FPS is great. Drop down to mid-50s, looking over to the right again. I'm amazed by this storm. Thank you, Mother Nature and Asobo, for allowing me to have a storm to play about in. This is almost as if it's almost as if this was planned. If only. I'm in love with this game. I'm in love with it. I need to play more Flight Sim. I need to get back to my landing challenges and such. Note to self, must get an OLED screen for this game alone. and just use it for everything else for the fun of it. Yeah, mid-40s again, then going inside. Mid-50s. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe if I had an OLED for this whole screen lighting up with lightning, I probably would go blind. Right, let's just drop it in and see how low we can get. Listen to that wind as well. Dropping down in is giving us low 40s again, so I guess you can probably expect 30s in a similar setup around ground level, around the airports. Alright, we're gonna smash into one of these buildings at this point, aren't we? Alright, can we make it above the tree line? Probably not. Just about. Alright, there we go. There's going to be our crash, isn't it? Alright. I'm happy enough with that, right. So that is the performance boost on a 2080 Ti with paired with an 8700K. 16 gigabytes of 3000 megahertz RAM, as I said before, and yeah, like 50% performance is a fair indicator for at least that type of machinery. So I'm looking forward to seeing what other people in the community have and get and what improvements to get, and any suggestions that come forward in the future for a change in optimized settings and such. Right, I'm off now to try and cool off. Somehow my computer has re-warmed my room up to temps of last week, so good luck to you all. Hope you can get that downloaded, Chris. I hope it all works out well for you. Hope you enjoy the game. Hope you get good performance too. It's really looking good.